In the lobby of the luxurious Horizon Grand Hotel, Dr. Elena Washington, a prominent black CEO, faced the ultimate humiliation when staff mistook her for an intruder and escorted her out. But exactly 9 minutes later, she stormed back with irrefutable proof of ownership, turning the tables and dismissing the entire team in a stunning display of authority and justice. Dr. Elena Washington, a 42-year-old black CEO of Washington Hospitality Group, arrived at the Horizon Grand Hotel in downtown Chicago on a busy Friday afternoon. She had recently acquired the property through a multi-million-dollar deal, aiming to oversee operations firsthand. Elena, known for her sharp business acumen and commitment to excellence, dressed in a professional pantsuit, carrying a briefcase with important documents. The hotel, a five-star establishment with over 300 rooms, had been under her company's ownership for just 2 weeks, and she intended to conduct an unannounced inspection to evaluate the staff's performance. Upon entering the lobby, Elena observed the front desk staff handling check-ins. The manager on duty, Mr. Richard Harlan, a white man in his 50s with years of experience in the industry, noticed her standing near the concierge desk. Harlan, who had not yet been informed of the new ownership due to a delay in corporate communications, approached her with a skeptical expression. He asked if she needed assistance, but his tone suggested otherwise. Elena explained that she was there to review operations, but Harlan interrupted, questioning her presence in the lobby without a reservation. Elena provided her name and stated her position as the CEO of the parent company. Harlan, however, dismissed her claim, insisting that he knew all the executives and that she did not match any descriptions he had received. He called over 2 security guards, instructing them to escort her out of the premises. The guards, following orders, gently but firmly guided Elena toward the exit, despite her protests. Other staff members watched the scene unfold, some whispering among themselves, assuming she was causing a disturbance. Outside the hotel, Elena stood on the sidewalk, her composure intact despite the indignation she felt. She immediately pulled out her phone and dialed her assistant, Ms. Carla Jenkins, who was back at the corporate office. Carla confirmed that the ownership papers and Elena's identification as CEO were readily available. Elena instructed Carla to email the documents to her and also to contact the hotel's board members for immediate verification. Within minutes, Elena received the emails on her phone, including the deed of ownership and her executive profile. Exactly 9 minutes after being escorted out, Elena re-entered the hotel lobby, this time with her phone in hand displaying the official documents. Harlan, still at the front desk, looked surprised to see her return. Elena approached him directly and demanded to speak with the entire on-duty staff. She showed him the ownership deed, which clearly listed Washington Hospitality Group as the proprietor, with her signature as CEO. Harlan's face paled as he realized his grave mistake. Elena then addressed the gathered staff, which included front desk clerks, concierges, security guards, and housekeeping supervisors, about 15 people in total. She explained the situation, highlighting how their actions reflected poorly on the hotel's standards. She pointed out that the incident stemmed from biased assumptions and a lack of proper verification procedures. Elena stated that such behavior was unacceptable in a business she owned and operated. She announced that, effective immediately, the entire on-duty staff was terminated for misconduct and failure to adhere to company policies. The staff reacted with shock and disbelief. Harlan attempted to apologize, explaining that he was unaware of the ownership change, but Elena cut him short, emphasizing that ignorance was no excuse for discriminatory treatment. She instructed security, ironically, the same guards who had escorted her out, to ensure that the terminated employees collected their belongings and left the premises. Elena then called in temporary staff from nearby sister properties to cover the shifts, ensuring the hotel's operations continued smoothly. News of the incident spread quickly through the hotel industry circles. Elena's decisive action was praised by many for addressing underlying issues of racial bias in hospitality. She later held a press conference, where she discussed the importance of diversity training and inclusive practices in business. The fired staff members filed grievances, but investigations upheld Elena's decision, citing evidence of prior complaints against some employees for similar behavior. In the following weeks, Elena implemented comprehensive reforms at the Horizon Grand Hotel. She hired a new management team, committed to equity and excellence. Training programs on unconscious bias in customer service were mandated for all employees. The hotel's reputation, initially tarnished by the incident, rebounded as a model for inclusive hospitality. Elena's story became a case study in business schools, illustrating the power of leadership in combating discrimination. Elena continued to expand her hospitality empire, acquiring more properties and advocating for minority-owned businesses. The terminated staff faced challenges finding new employment, with some reflecting on their actions and seeking personal growth. Harlan, in particular, issued a public apology, acknowledging his role in perpetuating stereotypes. Elena's experience reinforced her commitment to creating environments where everyone is treated with respect, regardless of appearance. The Horizon Grand Hotel thrived under new leadership, attracting a diverse clientele and earning accolades for its service. Elena's bold move not only corrected an injustice, but also set a precedent for accountability in the industry. Her story inspired other Black entrepreneurs to stand firm against prejudice, proving that authority, when wielded justly, can drive meaningful change. Dr. Elena Washington had built her career on resilience and innovation. Born in a modest neighborhood in Atlanta, she pursued education relentlessly, earning a degree in business administration from Howard University. Her early jobs in hotel management exposed her to the realities of racial disparities in the workplace. Determined to make a difference, she founded Washington Hospitality Group, starting with small boutique hotels and scaling up to luxury properties like the Horizon Grand. The acquisition of the Horizon Grand was a milestone, symbolizing her success in a competitive field. Yet, the incident on that Friday afternoon reminded her that progress is uneven. By firing the staff, Elena sent a clear message. Discrimination has no place in her establishments. The decision was not made lightly. She reviewed security footage and witness statements to ensure fairness. Post-incident, Elena collaborated with civil rights organizations to develop anti-bias curricula. She spoke at conferences, sharing her experience to educate others. The media coverage highlighted systemic issues, prompting other hotels to review their policies. Elena's leadership style, blending firmness with empathy, earned her respect from peers and employees alike. The fired employees' appeals were denied, as evidence showed a pattern of selective enforcement of rules. Some staff members expressed remorse, and Elena offered references to those who demonstrated genuine change. Her approach balanced justice with compassion, focusing on rehabilitation where possible. Under Elena's guidance, the Horizon Grand introduced community outreach programs, partnering with local minority groups. Guest satisfaction scores rose, reflecting the positive changes. Elena's story was featured in documentaries, amplifying voices of underrepresented leaders. Years later, Elena reflected on the event as a pivotal moment. It strengthened her resolve to mentor young Black professionals, providing opportunities she once fought for. The Horizon Grand became a symbol of empowerment, hosting events celebrating diversity. Elena's family, including her husband and 2 children, supported her through the ordeal. They celebrated her triumphs, understanding the sacrifices involved. Her journey from being kicked out to reclaiming her space inspired countless individuals facing similar challenges. The incident also sparked legal discussions on workplace discrimination. Elena's case influenced policy changes, advocating for better communication during ownership transitions. Her proactive measures prevented future mishaps, ensuring all staff were informed and trained. In boardrooms across the country, Elena's name became synonymous with transformative leadership. She expanded her portfolio internationally, applying lessons learned to new ventures. The Horizon Grand remained her flagship, a testament to perseverance. Former employees like Harlan found new paths, some in different industries. The experience humbled them, leading to personal advocacy against bias. Elena's forgiveness, where earned, fostered reconciliation. The hotel's new staff, diverse and dedicated, embodied Elena's vision. Annual reviews included bias assessments, maintaining high standards. Guests appreciated the inclusive atmosphere, returning loyally. Elena's philanthropy extended to scholarships for hospitality students from underrepresented backgrounds. Her foundation funded initiatives combating inequality, broadening her impact. The story of that 9-minute turnaround circulated widely, motivating action against